And we're live from Uptown Port of Spain for the grand finale of the D-Hub Challenge.
We're moments away from finding out which 5 teams of our top tech talent have the winning solutions to revolutionize the public service delivery of Trinidad and Tobago.
Welcome to the grand finale of the D-Hub Challenge.
We're about to find out which top tech development teams in Trinidad and Tobago will take home the award of $350,000.
We've taken you on a journey of 5 different challenges: EMA, TT Post, the Customs and Excise Division, the Immigration Division, and the Ministry of Health.
3 tech teams competed in each challenge, but only one can win. Who will be our winners today?
Grab your popcorn, get comfortable. We're about to witness history in the making on
The D-Hub Challenge. Now, let's find out all about what the D-Hub Challenge is about.
Our Developers Hub project builds on the creativity of our people. What we are doing is pulling together people, like-minded people who are developers, and we're starting with software developers at the start to create software that will support the needs of government, support the needs of the private sector, and eventually create products that are exportable. So the concept here is, can we create an environment where developers can create the capability to go from idea to producing viable products that could augment the system that government put in. To do that, we also have a technology side to it, and the technology side is an actual website, it's an actual hub, so we call it the Developers Hub. So that platform is the primary interface between us and the community at large. And we have 15 people who are now awarded and now actively working on solutions. So we're training developers not only to take an idea, express it as a proof of concept, pitch it to a buying audience. One of each of those 5 will win. They will then get an implementation award, and they'll produce a minimum viable product, which will go into production. This is an initiative to drive the digital economy. This is about growing its contribution to GDP. So we're hoping that this becomes an alternative source of foreign exchange for the country, and keeping the intellectual property that we create, which is accrued value, local.
And now let's look back at our episodes and meet our development teams.
Digital address card is really going to revolutionize, how, a large section of our population will now benefit.
Based on the dashboard setup, is it going to have secured access?
We currently have Azure B2C set up for backend users so the admins can access that dashboard.
So tell me, if I wanted to apply for a license, I would be able to go online and I would be able to prosecute all business online.
For the final solution, yes, that is something that is very much possible.
Perhaps a comment on the data that feeds in to facilitate the generative AI capability that you discussed.
Yes. So the AI AN is actually built on OpenAI's Model 4, GPT-4. If you ask it certain things, you would realize exactly how intelligent it is.
Thank you so much for that very, very comprehensive demonstration of the tool.
Does it require any additional equipment on the side of the officer? I see you have a scanner. Right, so that's part of the solution.
So you pitch, demo, question and answers, how we feeling?
Relief, I went and I did the thing, man. I went and I did the thing.
The first D-Hub challenge is the TT Post Challenge. Now let's take a look down memory lane and reminisce on episode 1.
The first D-Hub Challenge is owned by TT Post. Dejon Arthur is the only member of the team Tharvibes Limited. Dejon is constantly inspired to code by God's creation, which he considers the epitome of sophisticated design.
What we need is a real-time S42 address app. Something that is simple, accurate, and fast.
How would you be able to differentiate the S42 address for each of the apartments?
Basically, I would have taken the shape files, converted it to a CSV because the shape files are basically files in a table.
SKDev's team member, Kwasi Edwards. His partner and teammate is Sinead Hammersmith.
The Citizen application hosts a wide array of functionality, and it allows citizens to search for their S42 address, locate it on our fully interactive map with just a tap, submit queries and requests to TT Post, get updates on those requests in real time, and even learn about the S42 address standard.
Section 31's Sarah Sue Calby of Arima. Section 31's second team member is Derek Cornwall of St. Charles Village, Tunapuna.
Security for the digital address. So the first thing that we're doing is we are limiting what we send. So the map interface only shows one address at a time, right? It is extremely difficult to prevent persons from taking a picture across multiple devices in a consistent way. Now let's hear what our judges had to say about the TT Post Challenge pitch.
One of the greatest problems we have is the fact that the entire public is unaware of the S42 address. An application is going to make this nationwide. It really is astonishing what our local own people can develop, and I'm so grateful for the D-Hub Challenge and for the Ministry of Digital Transformation for seamlessly executing this entire process and giving the youths the skill and tools to be able to produce such valuable and amazing applications, and I can't wait to see the end product.
I think what the challenges were able to really do in 3 unique ways was to show us the opportunity and the possibility of how this can be used and embedded in our lives in Trinidad and Tobago.
I feel very hopeful, very optimistic that something positive will materialize from what was displayed.
They met all the criteria that we expected. We were so happy that they could give us what we wanted in terms of being able to search the map, to find the addresses, and also to be able to request the address card. But they blew me away when they added in, a QR code for the addresses.
Quite often, persons don't get the opportunity for us to see the skills that exist. And I really want to congratulate the teams that they not just showed up, they showed us what was possible. We were having the conversation about whether a developer could be a pitcher. And, in my view, yes, it's a learned skill for some. Some people do it naturally and some people need a little more training. But what we saw today is the passion, we saw the technical competence, and then we saw the ability to communicate amongst all. And those are the tenets of being able to take it further.
The developers demonstrated good knowledge of how to incorporate the right tools to solve the right problem. And I was happy to see that sort of local talent being born, bred, and being leveraged to solve local problems, local challenges.
Now it's time to find out who will be our winners for this challenge. Will it be SKDevs, Tharvibes Limited, or Section 31? Now we will bring on our developers.
And while we do that, we just want to share some information. Now, you might be curious, how were these pitches scored, or how were our challenges scored? Winners were selected based on a 2-stage evaluation process. The first stage evaluated 2 sets of criteria. 1, their proof of concept submissions were assessed for alignment to the defined challenge needs, and 2, their progress in turning their idea into a proof of concept software.
The second stage in the evaluation looked at their pitches as seen on TV. Developers were judged for effectiveness and responsiveness to the questions posed by the judges. These three independent criteria contributed to their final score, showcasing the fact that a holistic assessment process for their proof of concept was undertaken. It is emphasized that the pitch as seen on TV was just one of three evaluation criteria used for this competition. And now, without further ado, we have the third place winner of the TT Post Challenge.
Do the honors.
In third place, we have Section 31.
And who will be our second place winner? Find out when we come back after this short break.
When we think about digital transformation, it's not just about applying technologies to speed up processes that already exist. Transformation is much more than that. Transformation is not just how we do things, but what we do. So how are we going to look at a process, look at what the strategic objective is in mind, and change it in a way that it becomes something that we may not even recognize at the end of the day, but it delivers the service in the way that it is meant to. A new way.
On the D-Hub Challenge, and I'm sure you're eager to find out the winner of the S42 Address Identification System Challenge. But fear no longer, your wait is over.
I have the answers to the winner of this challenge. And in second place, we have the Vibes Limited. That means that in first place, we have SK Devs. Congratulations.
Now we'd like to invite Ms. Denise White to present the award to the challenge winner. Ms. Denise White is the National Digital Transformation Officer at the Ministry of Digital Transformation. She is one of our outstanding women in tech.
In third place, we have Section 31. And in second place, we have the Vibes Limited. And first place for the TT Post Challenge, we have SK Devs.
Yay! Thank you, Ms. White, for presenting the awards to the winners.
So, SK Devs, how does it feel to win this challenge?
It feels amazing. It feels like, all the hard work really paid off. I'm very happy and I'm very humble. It's been a fun experience.
Thank you for that, and congratulations again to SK Devs.
Our next challenge was brought forward by the Environmental Management Authority. Let's take a look at some of the epic moments that happened in episode 2.
This is the Noise Pollution Challenge, owned by the Environmental Management Authority.
As of today, there's no easy way for the public to capture and send noise pollution research to the EMA and or their relevant agencies. In 2022 alone, there were 246 noise complaints made to the EMA.
In terms of feedback, either to the complainant as to what has happened as a result of their complaint,
we can definitely say yes, there's information that can go back and forth between the complainant, the EMA, and the TTPS.
One question I have is related to the data and information. Could it be exported that could be used in other programs?
The data is currently stored in a database, a MongoDB database, and the structure itself is a schema that is a JavaScript schema.
As you can see from the first time you open up the application, it's a very simple and easy to use. Okay, so it have minimal cognitive load.
On the heads up feature, is there the capability of one, even if you're not having something that you're giving a heads up for, you may be aware of something that is happening and you want to include it using the heads up feature?
Because the way it's designed is not meant to be personal, but it's basically to announce a noise event.
And now let's find out what our judges have to say about these impactful solutions.
The things that we were able to see today was actually quite beyond what we expected.
The kind of analysis and deep learning and thinking that went behind the development of these apps and taking advantage of artificial intelligence and machine learning, I think we could compete on the global stage.
Software development is an incremental process. I think a lot of times people want to have something that works perfectly, 100% right out the gate. And I think that's not realistic. So I think what we want to do is foster a sense that, you develop and then you improve. We need to nurture the talent, and then we need to create an environment that makes the stakeholders and the users willing to access that talent.
We wanted to make sure that, one, we're getting the information so that it can help us to make decisions, focus our efforts. If it is we have to, respond in different situations, help inform any policy or changes that need to happen in the future. But we also want it to be a public awareness tool for the persons who are using the app. I see the benefit of this helping to assist the EMA in public awareness and getting persons at least more knowledgeable of our role. And therefore, once that happens, more streamlining of the types of complaints we receive so that we can be more focused in doing our business.
So I would encourage other government agencies and private sector to come on board on this the Hub Challenge to develop solutions for the country.
Oh, how we love hearing from our judges. And just a reminder, for this challenge, our developers were evaluated along progress, alignment, and pitch. Now, let's invite our developers on stage.
So I have in my hands our third place result. And in third place, we have Team Sandy.
Congratulations to Team Sandy. And in second place, our winner will be announced right after this break.
Hi, my name is Sherry Blades, and I'm digitally empowered. I heard of the course through Facebook. One day I was just scrolling, going through Facebook, and I was like, hey, I need to do something like this to improve my skills for my children, because it was online learning at that time. Seeing this, I signed up one time and I got back an email stating that I was enrolled in the course. I got my things prepared, I got my laptop and everything prepared to begin the course. Our instructor, Mr. Lewis, when we first met him, he was just great and so gentle with everyone. It was easy to learn whatever he was teaching. I'm Sherry Blades, and I'm digitally empowered.
And we're back on the D-Hub Challenge. And now we're about to find out who is going to walk away with this award of $350,000 in the EMA's Noise Pollution Challenge.
Without further ado, our runner-up in this challenge is Try Rocket. Woo! Our first place solution went to Day 3 team.
Yes!
And now we invite Mr. Wayne Naked, the National Chief Digital Officer of the Ministry of Digital Transformation, on stage to present these awards.
All right, so let's congratulate our third place winners. Team Sandy. Yes, give it up for Team Sandy, guys. Yes. And now our second place winners, Try Rocket. Round of applause for Try Rocket. And the official winners of this challenge, Team J3T.
Thank you very much, Mr. Naked, and now over to you, Akara.
So, Mr. J3T, what message do you have for Trinidad and Tobago and the viewing audience online?
You know, just try. Don't be afraid of failure. Comes with a lot of lessons, and everybody could use some of that.
Excellent. Let's give a warm and hearty round of applause for our developers.
So our third challenge is from the Customs and Excise Division of the Ministry of Finance. They want a data management solution for their liquor license management process.
Now let's check out some nostalgic moments from episode 3.
The Liquor License Challenge is owned by the Customs and Excise Division.
The main problem is that the CED uses outdated and manual processes for the majority of liquor license management, which increases workload and decreases efficiency. Based on this, we were able to identify 3 main factors we believe contribute to the problem, and we're able to use them to design our final solution.
As a liquor license holder, if you like to visit the Customs and Excise Division webpage, you can do so by navigating to this link. And you can also view your licenses by inputting your national ID and BIR numbers. Once this is correct and exists in any database, you will view a dashboard containing all of your licenses that you currently hold and a summary of its details.
What gives you that confidence that the problems you anticipate will in fact be the problem that the people you want to sell the program to will encounter?
They will always have problems that I didn't think about. And that's why we are focusing on user-centric design and user feedback.
Tell me about, the sort of time as an officer in the field that this will facilitate in order for me to upload a license or start the process.
So, because this is web-based, it can be accessed from any device, including mobile devices.
Let's check in with our judges now to get their impressions.
Most of what was presented was solution-based. The problems were well-researched.
They were able to come up with real solutions to solve these problems.
It was refreshing to see young, bright minds at work and to see them present such workable solutions. A lot of the times, solutions are presented that don't think about the end user. These were well thought out, and these started with thinking about the end user. And therefore, I think that, we are really on a good footing, and I can only augur well for the future of the Customs and Excise Division and the country as a whole.
Government service. Over the years, we have been more bureaucratic. and a lot of red tape in terms of our processes and our procedures. But from what I saw today, I can clearly see these platforms assisting in facilitating trade, making business easy for the end user.
It puts us more on a first world setting, you know, when we have systems that are first to begin electronic and you know, very expeditious in terms of getting to the end goal. So I think this is a good step, definitely.
So we just heard from our judges. Who do you think is going to win this challenge?
Will it be Team Developers, Team Trini Code Hunters, or 111 Technologies?
Let's welcome them on stage. Give it up, everyone.
In my hand is the name of our third place winner. And that's 111 Technologies.
Let's give it up.
Let's give it up for them.
So that means 2 teams remain. Will it be Developers or would it be Trini Code Hunters?
I guess we'll find out after the break.
Hi, I am Michelle Agbi Ubi, President of the St. Joseph Community Council, and I am digitally empowered. The name of the course I did was the digital literacy. What I obtained from this course was actually knowing how to do the signing online, which is a bit tedious for some persons as well as myself. But this course was in depth. You're able to understand and appreciate what is taught. I would really recommend it to mature persons who really would understand and appreciate what is taught. Having digital skills in this era, it is very, very essential because everything now is digital online. Even at your office, I remember doing a course in 1995, my first computer course. Although at work I was working with computers, but just to be certified, I had to go and pay to do this course. I am from St. Joseph. My vision for the center here is to have our internet cafe. So doing this is very, very important.
Welcome back to the D-Hub Challenge, where TNT's top tech titans are competing for 5 awards of $350,000. And now we're going to see one of those winners with the winner for the Liquor License Management Challenge.
So without further ado, in second place, we have Trini Code Hunters. So that means in first place, give it up to Developers. Woo!
I'd like to welcome Ms. Sonia Gyan on stage to present the awards. Ms. Gyan is a senior legal officer at the Ministry of Digital Transformation. She's one of the key persons who make sure we dot all our I's and cross all our T's. Ms. Gyan?
In third place, we have 111 Technologies.
And in third place, we have Trini Code Hunters.
In first place, and this will be our winner for this challenge, is Developers. Yo, we just have to swap out.
So Developers, how do you all feel today winning this challenge?
Quite elated. I'm very happy to know how we've been able to be given the opportunity to develop the next iteration of our product. So it's quite nice to hear.
Nice. So let's give a round of applause for Developers.
And now it's all about health. The Ministry of Health has proposed the health monitoring and advisory solution, and let's take a look at this episode.
The personalized Health Monitoring and Advisory Solution Challenge is owned by the Ministry of Health's ICT division.
Now I can guarantee to you all today that everyone in this room knows someone who has a non-communicable disease. The problem isn't just the prevalence of these conditions, but it's the struggle to find reliable information about NCDs and health initiatives.
I have a question around gamification. Do you see opportunity for doing that?
Oh, definitely. I think we can make this into a full game, not only with family, but with a leaderboard, even in the countries.
There's a lot of information or a lot of input that will be required from the ministry side. Do you see any challenges in terms of us getting that information?
I think the ministry could approach it from a perspective of incentivizing medical practitioners to share information on a regular basis.
Tell us a little bit about how you are securing that. What have you contemplated in terms of when I put in my medical data?
What we've done for the bare minimum is we use TLS for any communication that happens over the web. TLS is a transport layer security protocol that encrypts data, so it prevents eavesdropping of that data.
So we've seen what the Ministry of Health Challenge had to offer. Now, let's hear what our judges had to say.
We need to move from being net downloaders to net uploaders. Let's create software. And I think what I saw today really gave me, a lot of hope.
They address even more than we had asked for. Some took it even way further than we thought, but it was very exciting because it started to open up my mind to the possibilities for the application.
Our desire is really for the patient to take personal responsibility for their health, and therefore I like the functionality whereby they're able to input their information, they're able to track whether it's their glucose level, their blood pressure. So really the functionality was top for me.
Knowledge is power, and I think what we saw is giving the power to both the citizenry as well as the Ministry of Health to share content.
We are making data-driven decisions, and definitely the applications can support that.
I mean, we're all going digital. We're seeing different new technology, innovation every day, AI, and we really want to be with the world when we're moving forward. So I think those apps will really give us that opportunity to show that we're an innovative country, we're an innovative ministry, and we're really utilizing the technology that is around us to serve our clients and our patients.
At the Chamber of Commerce, we are committed to being a part of this transition as we march into the what you call the fourth industrial revolution, because we want to participate and we want to bring Trinidad and Tobago to the party.
We've heard our judges' deliberation on how our teams performed in their progress, their alignment, and their pitch. Let's invite our teams on stage to reveal our winners.
Come on, let's welcome them. Are we ready for the results?
Yes!
And in third place, we have Bright Engine.
Woo! And we have 2 more developer teams. But I'm really itching here to find out who is going to win this award. Let's find out after the break.
Tap into convenience. Connecting is that easy. Accessibility is no longer an issue. Wi-Fi as you know it has evolved. TT Wi-Fi, this is how we connect.
And we are ready to reveal our winners.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Are we ready?
We are ready.
In second place, we have SK Devs. So that means in first place we have the E team.
At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Corey Belfon on stage to present the awards to our challengers. Mr. Corey Belfon is the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Digital Transformation, and might I add, he's one of the coolest bosses you've ever encountered.
All right, so let's congratulate our third place team, Bright Engine. And let's continue celebrating our second place team, SK Devs.
Yes.
And the teams for this moment, we have the E team. Thank you so much, PS.
So a couple words from the winner. Anything you want to share now that you've won your challenge?
Yeah, just grateful to the Lord for everything, and ultimately my family especially, and for the hardworking team at MDT, because without you guys, none of this would be possible. So thank you so much.
Thank you to all of our participating teams.
The online passport tracking solution belongs to the Immigration Division of the National Security.
Let's take a trip down memory lane and recap our fifth and final challenge.
The Immigration Challenge requires developers to make a solution that tracks passports from application to delivery.
I've been a software developer for a long time, working locally in the industry, and excited to get this challenge going.
I'm also a software developer. With our challenge, it's aligned to what I do on a daily basis, so I'm also excited to put what I know into practice. In time-sensitive scenarios, citizens do not have an easy, accessible method for passport updates.
Is there like any sort of background two-factor authentication happening?
We've been building software for a long time. We know we have security, we have scalability, usability. We know about those things, but our intent was to kind of show you something immediately and pique your interest, so that you can give us the opportunity to do those things which we know how to do.
I chose this challenge because it seemed like the one that most complemented my skills. When the applicant, let's say they go to the sign-up page where they enter their email or their email and their cell phone number. Once they do that, they generate a QR code which is sent back straight to the applicant.
Any special mechanisms for enhancing data security?
We will be backing the system with significant security measures because we would want to secure persons' data, even though it's not much we're requiring from them.
I enjoy solving problems, as much solutions as possible for a problem, and then finding the best one. Is there anything in that progression to support a situation in which an application is in a pending state?
One of the states that are available is problem. There was another slide which shows the progression with the immigration officers, right? And problem was at the bottom.
Now let's hear what our judges have to say about those pictures.
Overall, I saw varying levels of technical competence that pleased me quite a bit. Nice to know that we have that kind of skill set residing in Trinidad and Tobago, and we don't necessarily have to look outside for
for creative talent.
The passion of the idea really sells the idea. So I would really encourage the developers to, yes, the technical is very important, but to go beyond that and share information about why you think it's important.
One of the key things that is missing in our government sector is innovation, the use of technology. And everything now is moving to that level of automation. So similarly, if the Immigration Division is doing the same thing, many other segments or sectors within government and the other agencies can follow suit as well.
I really particularly like the developers who focused on the user experience and identified the different users. I thought that was a strength, that they could look and walk in the shoes of different types of customers. Anything that is going to give me an alert and keep me in control of my time, I am for it. So what we saw today was the use of those alerts to reduce the time spent back and forth and trying to call and waiting and not knowing. It puts control back in the hands of the citizens.
I would invite anyone, any ministry, any entity, public or private, to participate in this DHub challenge, all right, for 3 reasons. I see it as an opportunity to enhance ITC skills within Trinidad and Tobago. I see it as a means to diversify the economy, given enough time and development in that sphere. And I see it as a means of the government of Trinidad and Tobago continuing to enhance its commitment to citizen well-being.
We could see ourselves being the next Silicon Valley in Trinidad and Tobago. Always looking for key talent and persons who can bring that sort of different mindset and shift the paradigm to bring us into where, as I said, the next Silicon Valley.
So we just heard our judges' thoughts. Who do you all think is going to win this challenge?
Will it be Project Apollo, Virtuoso Force Innovations, or Ankh Tech Team 2?
Let's welcome them on stage.
In 3rd place for this challenge, we have Project Apollo.
So that leaves 2 teams. Sorry, Isaiah. That leaves 2 teams, right? So we'll find out when we get back from our break.
When I look back at my young, tender age to present, we didn't have this kind of technology, and I did not get the opportunity. So as it arrived, I said, let me grab it under my wings. This is one of the best courses that I will have done. And the reason for that is because of the facilitators that we had. It was so amazing to know that you could just go on your computer and just do your document, and then I would call it a wire, send it through email. And before you wink your eye, everything done. I would try my best and encourage, motivate anyone. Once they get the opportunity to do this course, try and do it, because today, technology is the way to go. My name is Lloyd Brown, and I am digitally empowered.
So we are back with our 5th and final challenge. Who is it going to be in 2nd place, Daniel?
Well, Kyle, in 2nd place, we have Virtuoso Force Innovations. And that means our final winner for today is Ankh Tech Team 2.
To give out these awards, we would like to invite on stage Ms. Kellyanne Amin. Ms. Kellyanne Amin is an operations and logistics specialist at the Ministry of Digital Transformation. She is the person in charge of making sure our workforce is as vibrant and youthful as you see today. Welcome, Ms. Amin.
Give a lusty round of applause for Project Apollo. Thank you. And our first runners-up are Virtuoso Force Innovation. And our final winner of the 5 challenges, Ankh Tech Team 2.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ammon. Now, our teams, we would like you to stay on stage as we invite all our developer teams to join us right now.
And while we're getting that done, what are your thoughts, what are your feelings right now?
Very happy to have won the competition. I was really impressed with a lot of these developers. Hope this continues.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Welcome to the Developers Hub Challenge Series, where innovation meets opportunity and dreams become reality. As the curtain falls on another electrifying season, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to all who made this journey possible. To the ingenious developers who dared to dream and brought their visions to life, thank you for your relentless pursuit of excellence. To our esteemed challenge owners, your belief in the power of innovation has paved the way for groundbreaking solutions. To our charismatic hosts and presenters, your unwavering enthusiasm and expertise brought the stage to life. To the hardworking production team, your dedication and ingenuity transformed challenges into triumphs. To the talented camera and lighting crew, your mastery of craft illuminated our journey. As we bid farewell, we invite you all to join us in eagerly anticipating the next chapter of the Developers Hub Challenge series.
And now it's time to hear from a true visionary. Please join me in welcoming Senator the Honorable Hassel Bacchus, Minister of Digital Transformation.
Let's hear it from Minister.
Thank you, and good day to everyone. I think this is such a momentous occasion. I think we surprised and shocked the majority of Trinidad and Tobago with the talent that we have on this stage and what they're able to do. The Developers Hub was started a short time ago, and we wanted to find out what the developer community would look like in Trinidad and Tobago. It is interesting. At our last, we have over 700 of these types of people working for us. It's been a long journey getting to where we are now. I think from where I sit as leader of the Ministry of Digital Transformation, we have to look forward. And there are 3 things I really want to talk about that are going to happen, because you've seen what happened already. Firstly, I think most importantly, there will be a season 2 for this. I think that's important. Secondly, the Developers Hub is more than the Developers Challenge. The Developers Hub itself is growing and continues to grow. We're going to have now new introductions into that, particularly in the case of instructor-led courses and programs, and we're partnering with a number of people, but specifically with UTT, and I want to give UTT a thanks for joining with us and doing that. And then the third thing is, when we launched this initially, we started at 18 years and older and groups of 5. What we're doing now is that we're going to move that back a bit and have a 16 to 18-year-old group join us, so that we can try to bring a lot of our young developers along with us. There's a slogan I use wherever you would have heard it many times. Wherever I speak, I say it. And I say it again, and I say it proudly on this stage. By Trinidad and Tobago, for Trinidad and Tobago, and the world. That's us. Before I close, I just want to invite the innovator, the brain trust, the guy that came up with the idea to do this, to make us and force us in a direction to make something out of this digital economy that we want, to increase the contribution of the ICT sector to GDP, and to do using our greatest resource, our people. Mr. Devendra Ramnaran, I want to bring you. His new name from today, I think, will be Hub Master. Devendra, my thanks. Thank you very much.
And that brings us to the end of Season 1 of the Developers Hub Challenge.
Thank you to the Ministry of Digital Transformation, our viewing audience at home, and all of our participating developer teams.
A special thank you to our challenge owners and partners who made this season possible.
Visit dhub.mdt.gov.tt and register today to become a member of the Developers Hub.
On the Developers Hub platform, you can learn, develop, and earn, as well as rewatch all the episodes from Season 1.
And definitely tune in for Season 2 of
The D-Hub Challenge.